And here it is, here's the brand new iPhone 17, and I am beyond excited to be unboxing it because in most cases, it's actually better than the Pro. This is by far Apple's most underrated iPhone of the year. This iPhone 17 is the Lavender 512GB version. I'm just so excited because it feels like Apple truly listened to us, and they've basically checked everything that we were waiting for the base model iPhone. All right, so before we open the brand new iPhone 17, I've actually got the iPhone 17 silicone case as well with the iPhone Crossbody Strap. There's actually something brand new with this year's silicone cases, which is this right here. Check it out. So this right here is the brand new purple fog color. That looks incredible, and I'm sure will look even better with my lavender iPhone 17. So something that has changed for the silicone cases is this right here. There are two new holes in the bottom of the cases itself to obviously complement the brand new iPhone Crossbody Strap, which is Apple's brand new accessory that lets you wear your iPhone in your body. So this is the Crossbody Strap right here. It comes in a bunch of beautiful colors, and they come with these little two pins now. And with these two little pins, you put them through the iPhone case, just like that. And then you loop it inside of here, and then you put that under the hole, and then you pull up. And there you go. It's now snug on to the case itself. There you go. Second one on the way. And then you put this pin inside of the Crossbody Strap. You snap it, you then repeat the process, and there you go. That is the way that it looks. You can obviously match the colors or mix and match colors, and then you can wear your iPhone. I'll obviously show you how it looks with the iPhone itself, but it's a great way to wear your iPhone. It's obviously extremely durable. You can pull on it and it won't break. Someone calls you, you can pick up the phone. I'm actually very curious on what you think on the Crossbody Strap. I actually think I'm gonna use it this year. It definitely is a lot of fun. Okay, I get it. You are not here for the Crossbody Strap. You are here to see the brand new iPhone 17. So let's go ahead and open it. 3, 2, 1, and here it is. This color is actually stunning. You've got a way much darker purple in the camera bump, and then a way lighter pastelish lavender purple color in the back of the iPhone. Now, before we check out the iPhone, let me show you everything that's inside of the box. So we get a USB-C cable that's actually braided, and this was new last year with the braided cable. And it's a detail that Apple added last year with the braided cables, and they are actually way much more durable now, which I really like. It also comes with a pin eject tool because yes, the iPhone 17, a lot of models still come with a physical SIM tray. In a lot of countries, like in the US, it will still be eSIM. But here in Spain, in Europe, in most countries, we still use a physical SIM, even though it's obviously compatible with eSIM. As you know, no Apple stickers anymore, but we do get this one new little paper, which is basically a little summary in terms of energy. This is a brand new law from the EU, and it will let you know that this is an A in terms of energy, how easy it is to repair, how shockproof it is, and the water resistance. All iPhones inside of the EU will actually get this little paper right here inside of the box. And here's the iPhone itself. If we turn it around, we still get aluminum on the side with the action button, the volume control, SIM tray, power button, and camera control. We get two 48 megapixel fusion cameras on the iPhone 17, which we're gonna talk about those in just a second. But what's most exciting about this new iPhone is what's inside and also what's in the front. This will never get old. Let's go ahead and turn it on. There it is. So in the front, we actually get ceramic shield too, which according to Apple, it's tougher than any smartphone glass out there. And now it's actually 3 times more scratch resistant than the previous generation. Apple added a new type of coating in the glass itself to make this way much more durable. And I feel like scratch resistance is an incredibly big deal. Now, obviously a glass being crack resistant is also a big deal. Now, as you use a device, whether it's a smartwatch or a smartphone, during the year, it just tends to get scratched. Maybe from car keys or maybe from just laying your iPhone in the table, for example. So I feel like this new ceramic shield will be something amazing to have, especially during the year. Let me set up the iPhone really quick and I'll come back literally immediately for you. Okay, and here we go. Our iPhone is now welcoming us. The first thing that I always love to do with a brand new iPhone is always check out all of the new wallpapers that it has. Let's scroll to the bottom and it should be right here. Yeah. And this right here is all of the new wallpapers for the iPhone 17. It comes in all of the new colors available for the iPhone itself. And that's lavender, sage, mist blue, white, and black. And I'm sure these wallpapers move. Let's go ahead and add and change the time and make it larger now with iOS 26. This right here looks absolutely stunning. Okay, no, we do not have any animation. That's kind of sad. I mean, it does expand a little bit, but it's not like a crazy animation. Now, something that I'm noticing straight away is the 120 hertz. Because yes, the iPhone 17 now has a full-on 120 hertz ProMotion XDR display, something that we've had on previous generation iPhones for a while. Even cheap, literally $200 Android iPhones have had this for such a long time. And it's just so exciting to finally have it on our base model iPhone. Now for this year's iPhone 17, we get a 6.3-inch display, which means that the iPhone 17 Plus does not exist. Apple has removed the larger base model iPhone. So this is the only size that the iPhone 17 will come with. This display is truly amazing. We also do get an always-on display, as you can see. The display will always be on, so we can see the time even when our phone is not awake, which means that the display will refresh from 1 hertz to 120 hertz once it's on. We get tons of new features with the camera. Now let me show you all of the new features in action. So as you can see, we now have 2 new buttons in the bottom. The first one being the zoom out, right? We now get a way much more ultra wide in the selfie camera. The front-facing camera is now 18 megapixels. Now what's cool about this is this right here on the top. We get a couple of different settings, auto zoom and auto rotate. What this will basically do is if someone else is in the shot, it will automatically zoom out to fit the people in the shot. And now the sensor of the front-facing camera is actually a square, which means it can shoot vertical images in horizontal images, which basically means in today's world is if you wanted to shoot a selfie like this, right? Most people looked at themselves instead of looking right here to the camera. And you had to turn your phone sideways, which wasn't a big deal, but you also got all of your arm right here on the right, which didn't really look amazing. But now that's where this new button comes in. Because now when you tap this button, you'll now be able to shoot horizontal selfies. As you can see, I'm holding my iPhone vertically, but you'll now be able to shoot them horizontal, which is such an amazing feature. And I've talked to so many people, and this is one of their favorite features, which is amazing. Another new feature inside of the camera is actually not concerning photos, but also in video. So if we switch over to video, first off, you can still shoot horizontal video while still holding your iPhone vertically, which is an amazing feature for vloggers, for example. They can simply hold their phone. It's a little bit more discreet instead of holding your iPhone horizontal, which is a little bit more obvious. I feel like this right here is a little bit less obvious. But anyways, another new feature concerning video is this new feature right here, which is called dual capture. And what this new feature will allow you to do is, as you can see, if we activate it, I'm not on FaceTime, I'm actually in video. I can move myself around, and the iPhone will now capture the front-facing and the back camera. So let's say you're showing something to somebody. Let's say I'm showing my Funko Pop collection to somebody. I can zoom in and I can show them, yeah, that's Lilo and Stitch, and I can still see myself, which is such a cool feature. I feel like there's so many useful use cases for this. So look, check that out. That is my Lego Star Wars collection, as you guys can see. This feature also works for a horizontal video, so I can show my friends something, and I can also move myself around if I want to. And then once I stop the video, this is how the video will look like. You'll see this animation right here as I move myself. You won't be able to edit it afterwards. So once you film with that, it will stay there forever. So do keep that in mind. But I feel like 1, for content creation, this is a total game changer. 2, if you're showing something, or if you're doing a tutorial to somebody, if you're fixing something and you want to show them how it's done, maybe your baby is walking its first steps and you want to film your precious reaction, your emotional reaction, and still do that. Or maybe someone's walking down the aisle and you want to record your reaction. You'll get the dual capture icon right here on the top as well if you want to disable it. And you can move the front-facing camera to all 4 angles. Something that you cannot do, and something that I wish Apple would do, hopefully Apple, you're watching this, is actually tap that and switch the camera. Maybe I want to have my front-facing first and then the back camera. I'm sure Apple will add this feature in a software update, because it even makes sometimes more sense that you want to see your stuff and then show people the world around you. Especially for me as a content creator, I feel like this would make so much more sense. Dual capture is compatible with 4K at 30 frames per second max, so you won't be able to do 4K at 60. But I feel like 4K at 30 for dual capture for what you will be using it is way much more than enough. The iPhone 17 also does get improvements with battery life. According to Apple, it's got an all-day battery life and up to 8 more hours of video playback than the iPhone 16. iPhone 17 also does support faster charging. So when you're out of battery at 0%, iPhone 17, it gets up to 50% in just 20 minutes with obviously a high watt adapter. And just 10 minutes of charge will give you 8 hours of video playback, which is a big deal. Brightness has also been improved on iPhone 17. Apple says you get 2 times more better outdoor contrast and a 33% better anti-reflection with 3000 nits of peak outdoor brightness. So the display has really gotten way improved with iPhone 17. I truly believe you're really going to notice it, especially when using this iPhone outdoors with better anti-reflection, with better brightness, with a ProMotion display. I feel like if we're just talking about the display of iPhone 17, I truly believe it's one of its biggest advantages. The heart of the iPhone 17 is the A19 chip, which not only is it faster, but way much more efficient than A18. You get a 6-core CPU, a 5-core GPU with neural accelerators. I truly believe we're truly going to notice A19 not only with battery life, but also throughout the years with heavy AI workloads. And I'm not only talking about Apple Intelligence. I feel like A19 will last you so many years. It is such a powerful chip that is just ready for an AI era. The iPhone 17 still packs all of those features that you loved about the iPhone 16, including the action button, which is Apple's customizable button that I loved using over the year. You could customize it to open a focus mode, to launch the camera, to launch visual intelligence, to open up the flashlight, to voice memo, to Shazam, to translate, to the magnifier, to even control. So you can open up the calculator, turn on dark mode, turn on airplane mode. The possibilities are endless, or even running a shortcut. I've made so many videos on how to make the action button really useful, which I highly recommend for you to check out. You've also got camera control on iPhone 17. You hold on camera control, you'll be able to shoot a video. If you tap on it, you'll be able to take a photo. You can also zoom into images. If you want me to be honest, I don't use the zoom in feature. I feel like that's just easier to do with your fingers. But what I truly love about camera control is having a dedicated button to open up the camera. Sure, you can still do that with the action button, but that leaves the action button to do even more things. iPhone 17 is obviously compatible with Apple Intelligence and so much more. Now that we set up the iPhone 17 and I showed you all of the new features, I can show you how the case looks on the iPhone 17 paired with the crossbody strap. And that is how the purple fog iPhone 17 case looks on the lavender iPhone 17. It's obviously got the camera control button and the action button. And this is how it looks when you wear an iPhone 17 using the crossbody strap. I'm gonna wear this a lot. So that's the iPhone 17. If you wanna see the unboxing of the iPhone Air or the iPhone 17 Pro in this stunning new color, you can tap on these videos right here. Or if you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.